Okay guys, real quick before I go to work. I've been wanting to do this video. I'm just trying to squeeze it in, so forgive me on not getting it out soon enough. But basically, this is about the SB25-003, which is the specified semi-automatic ban, basically. In essence, they're giving you a bunch of hoops to go through to get a quote unquote specified semi-automatic. So this is what I understand of the law itself. If it's a direct gas or a gas piston system, um, basically it's a specified semi-automatic. So what they're doing, they're targeting the AK-47s and the AR-15s and the like. Okay, that's what they're targeting. They're not Pistols do not qualify under this specified semi-automatic, as far as my understanding, unless it's a direct gas. So, for example, AR-15s, AR-10s, those would be direct gas or with a piston system. And then your AK-47s, that's also a direct gas that hits the gas rod, and the gas rod makes the gun cycle. I agree, it's probably unconstitutional, but this is the law we have right now, and it goes into effect 1 August of this year. So hopefully it gets challenged, and hopefully it goes up to the Supreme Court and gets smacked down in its entirety. But that's a hope. I don't know what it's going to do. So for right now, we just kind of, if you want to get a specified semi-automatic here in the state of Colorado, then this is the hoops we're going to have to go through. So my suggestion is to go to your local gun dealer and buy these things now, so you don't have to go through all the stupid hoops. There's only a couple ways that you can actually get the specified semi-automatic after 1 August of this year. The first thing you have to do, you have to apply through CPW. So CPW, in the Denver's infinite wisdom, they decided that CPW is going to be the entity who's going to control all of this and coordinate it. Okay, so you have to apply through CPW. After your application through CPW, then you have to go to the sheriff's department, your sheriff's department. So here it'd be El Paso County, and you have to get your background check through them. Now, I don't know, because it does say right here, it says you have to show identification, of course, of the applicant and results completed name-based background check of a national and Colorado public criminal history judicial databases completed by a third-party vendor. So I don't know if the sheriff's department is going to do it, or if there's going to be some third party that's going to do this background check bullcrap. So apply through CPW, then a background check with your sheriff's department or something of that nature. And then, let me just make sure I'm getting this right here, the order right here. Oh, then you're eligible to take a firearms safety course. So the firearms safety course has to be through a verified instructor that's verified by the sheriffs. And that verification comes from CRS 1812-202.7. Okay, so I'm a verified instructor. There's a couple, I think there's like 30 verified instructors here in El Paso County alone. If you go to the sheriff's department and check that out, you can see which ones are verified and which ones aren't. But just because you're a verified instructor doesn't mean you can teach this firearm safety course, because us verified instructors, we still have to go through a safety course through CPW just to be able to teach the damn thing. Okay, so just because they're a verified instructor doesn't mean they can give you that certificate or whatever. Okay, so once you get the safety course from a verified instructor who can also teach this course, the verified instructor then will put the data into CPW's system saying they passed. Now, what's pass exactly? Well, there's no shooting requirement for this. straight up front. But there is a 90% score that you have to achieve on the actual test. Yes, I know it's ludicrous. Law enforcement officers here in the state of Colorado don't even have to pass a 90% exam. Okay, I think I think it's 70% if I remember correctly from looking at the post standards. I digress. It's 90%. That's what the law is now. It's ridiculous. I know. Okay, so after you get the firearm safety certificate and the data is inputted into the system, the CPW system, then you can go to an FFL. And then that FFL has to verify that you actually can buy one of these specified semi-automatics. Then you do your next background check for that specified semi-automatic. And then unfortunately right now you still have to wait for 3 days to pick it up. So that is basically the gist of it, how I understand it anyway. So just to recap, apply through CPW, background check through the Sheriff's Department, either through their third party or at the Sheriff's Department itself. That's kind of unclear right now. Take a course, either a 12-hour or a 4-hour. I don't know if I mentioned that. If you have a hunter safety certificate already verified through CPW, then you take a 4-hour. If you don't, then you take a 12-hour. And oh, by the way, that 12-hour doesn't give you the hunter safety certificate. So, and that's kind of ass backwards too. I'm going to talk to CPW because why wouldn't you just put the hunter safety course in the 12-hour course all together and knock out 2 birds with 1 stone? Anyway, it is what it is. So after those courses, after you have that course complete, the instructor then puts it into the system. Then the FFL can see that it's in the system. Then you can buy your specified semi-automatic, and then you can wait for 3 days and pick it up. That was very quick, and I get it. There's a lot of questions, right? Again, I think that probably you should just go to your local gun dealer, buy how many ever you want or can. Be careful though, if you buy more than 2, I think they have to report you to the ATF. So maybe buy 1 a day. I don't know. Yeah, this does create some kind of a registry, and CPW, of course, they're going to be like, well, no, nobody can actually get in there and see your data, blah, 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 blah. But it's a bunch of BS, okay? So it's not a buying registry, but it is a course registry, right? And if you take your time and the money and the effort to jump through all these hoops, there is going to be a list of personnel who have done this, and it is going to be, without a doubt, something that somebody is going to look at it and go, they did all that time, money, and effort. I wonder if they have any firearms. Just saying. It is, personally, I don't care. I have firearms. I'm a firearms instructor. But you might care if the government or somebody knows that you have firearms. All right, and that's up to you. That's your prerogative. That's it. So this is going to be my last pitch. AOR is the best program out there to get your self-defense, legal defense for self-defense, let's say. Check them out. Use my code below. You'll get $25 off, and you're going to be covered. And that peace of mind is going to give you what you need. And then 3 things have to be true for them to represent you. Okay. 1, you have to be a member, of course, of AOR. That's a given. That's for anything out there. 2, you have to have a good faith self-defense incident. And then 3, you have to be charged or likely charged with a crime. And if it's a misdemeanor, you get just a regular package, like 1 lawyer, 1 local lawyer, and you also get 1 AOR lawyer to fight on your behalf. But if it's a felony, you get 4 lawyers, and that is significant. Okay, you get 1 lawyer, 1 local lawyer, and then 3 AOR lawyers to fight on your behalf. So that's something no other company is doing. And personally, I like more lawyers in my court than 1, because it could be very confusing and convoluted. And the more eyes, the better, in my point of view, especially if you're going to be charged with something that could put you away for life. Tech out.